Celebrate good times, come on. For some reason, I wanted to start this episode by bursting into song and having a little bit of a celebration. I don't know why. It's just a regular Wednesday. I guess this is just me celebrating the cozy pajama lifestyle, this amazing life, all of these amazing possibilities that we have because we do. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's also raining outside, which just gives me the most coziest of cozy vibes. Like, let me know if you love the rain as much as I do, because honestly, it makes my day when it's raining. I know I might sound super weird, but it gives me permission to light a candle, to have a hot cup of coffee by my side. I'm going to be honest, like the weather is not really, I'm always going to have coffee. But I get to light a candle and I get to feel cozy and warm and snuggly and all the things. But welcome to the Your Dreams All Day podcast. I am so happy that you have tuned in today, wherever you are tuning in, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, I don't care. As long as you're here, I love you. Okay, so I know, Yowza, the title of this episode, that is a lot of money. And we're going to get into it in this episode. We're also going to get into why investing in your business might be a thing you want to consider if you plan on leaving that socially draining 9-to-5 of yours, entering freedom and creating for a living, creating that dream life that's currently on your Pinterest vision board. Because let's realize that vision board, shall we? All right, let's get into it. First of all, here's just a little bit of background and a little bit of my story on investing in my business. So I invested from day one. I invested in a domain. I paid up front for 3 years. I paid for a theme. I didn't want to do anything for free because I was all in. I was so serious about making this little secret blog of mine my full-time job, even though at the time it was secret and I didn't really tell anyone about it. But there was a part of me that knew that this is possible. I can actually do this. So I'm going to invest like a business owner because I wanted to quit my 9-to-5. I wanted to become free. And I knew in order to do that, I had to have some skin in the game. So what we're going to be talking about today is not just business investments such as tools and programs and softwares and things like that, but also my own personal growth. I was very serious, as I said, about wanting to create my dream life, wanting to quit my 9-to-5, finally be able to live a life tailored to my personality, tailored to how I want to do things, tailored to my values in life. And so I was very serious. And when I spent money, things got very serious. It's that whole saying, you've probably heard this before, but you got to spend money to make money. Now, I don't 100% agree with this all of the time, but I think if you are starting a business and you want to leave your 9-to-5, you're serious about making it your full-time job, and you want to do that quickly, I think investing is going to speed up that process. I think it's necessary to invest if you want to grow quickly. I think it's totally possible to take the free route and just create content on a free platform and you can have success that way. But I wanted to grow quickly. And to do that, investing for me personally was necessary because the truth of the matter is money does speed up the process. It really does. So if you can invest both time and money, you're going to grow faster than someone who's not willing to invest any time or any money at all. So when I first started my secret blog, even when I wasn't making any money, I mean, I was making a whopping $0 per month at this time when I just started out, I still treated my business as if it were the vehicle to my dreams, to my dream life, which it was. Some people tell you to treat your business like your baby, but I don't know. I just can't get on board with that. I think it's kind of weird. But you will want to treat your business like the most precious thing that's going to open the secret gate to Narnia where your dream life hangs out, where you're free, where you create for a living, where you're working for yourself, your dream life. The life where you don't have a 9-to-5, the life where you are your own boss, where you own your own time, money, energy, where you get to cozy it up on a Thursday afternoon watching Grey's Anatomy because why not? And then you take a nap because why not? The life where you are free. So this is how I treated my business from the get-go. I actually really like that Narnia comparison. Let me know if you like it, or if you've even seen Narnia, Aslan and the gang. So anyway, that's how I treated my business from the get-go. It was about trusting myself, believing in my dreams, and my own commitment to them. And, having my own back. And the way that I had my own back and showed up for my dreams was to go all in and invest in them. Invest in the tools, the resources, the programs, the coaching, all of that. All the things that I needed to get to the wonderful land of Narnia. So it really is about making your business a priority. It does not have to feel like your baby, because as a mom, my business is not my baby, but it is very precious to me. It is very important. It's about making your business a priority, making your dreams a priority. I know you're probably wondering, so Mia, what did you invest in when you first started out? So I'm going to give it to you straight. I invested in a lot of things. In my first year, I invested in a domain, as I said, web hosting, so Bluehost, a theme called Divi Theme from Elegant Themes, which is the theme that I still recommend for new entrepreneurs. I invested in ConvertKit, which is an email marketing software and what I use to build my email list. I invested in Canva. I invested in a lot of courses and coaching and memberships and books because I was ready to learn the ins and outs of business. And to do that, I had to invest in my own personal growth when it came to my mindset. And I had to invest in courses and programs that would increase my skill set when it came to running an online business. And at the time, I was blogging about personal development. So I was reading a lot because if you don't pour anything in, it's going to be hard to create content, right? So I was constantly investing in courses, books, programs, memberships, all the things. I also invested in a landing page software, Lead Pages. I invested in legal templates for my blog, and I later invested in a lawyer to look over my legal pages and all of that. I was very serious about this business thing. And I, of course, invested in a course platform to host my online courses. So this was just the first few years of starting my business. Since then, my investments have increased. They've only become more expensive, and I'm happy to pay. Why? Because I realized that every new level that I would get to in business, there's another level and an energy of investing because you're constantly going to be met with new challenges, a new set of problems, obstacles you have to overcome, mindset issues you have to navigate, and skill sets that you want to develop as an entrepreneur. It's an ongoing thing. It never ends. It's a roller coaster. And that's going to require, at least for me, a different type of investment. Because a problem you might have, and I'm using quotation marks in case you're listening to the audio version, a problem you might have is your email list. You started out at 0 subscribers, and now you've grown it to 5,000 subscribers. So you started out paying $9 per month. I'm just going to assume you use ConvertKit the same as I do. But now you're at 5,000 subscribers and you're paying for the amount of subscribers that you have. And now you have to pay about $200 per month. These are just examples. I'm not exactly sure how much it is per month for how many subscribers. So being at this new stage in business, this growing and scaling phase will require a different level of investment, a higher level of investment. So that was just one example. Another thing that I have done over the years is work on my money mindset because as I made more money, I became more abundant in spending my money. I learned how to be more abundant because before I would find myself taking action and selling from a place of scarcity, and that wasn't fun for me. Even though I was making $10,000 per month, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I can't make $10,000 per month next month? It's like, no, that's not the vibe. And so I have worked a lot on my money mindset, invested in money mindset coaching. And I have become more abundant when it comes to spending money. I'm not afraid to invest in my business and invest a lot. My relationship with money has changed so much, for the better, I may add. Because I actually saw the effects of spending money. I saw the effects that spending money had on my personal growth, on my business growth. There's a direct correlation between how much money I would spend and how much money I made. The more I spent, the more I made, which is pretty weird, huh? Not really weird. We're going to get into it. There's a little bit of magic, I'd like to say, that happens when you make an investment in your business and in yourself. When you invest, you really invest because you are literally invested. This is why premium prices for courses and mentorship work. Why people buy and why people get results. Because people have invested with their hearts, their souls, and their pockets. They are more likely to take action on what they learn from these courses and mentors and get results and not give up because they are so invested, because they have actual skin in the game. And they want to make sure that their money is well spent and it was worth their investment. So naturally, people will take action and they will get results. This is also partly why I don't Google everything, because let's face it, all of the information is already out there. You can pretty much figure out anything by our gal pal Google. But people, myself included, still invest in courses, in coaching, in memberships, because we want to learn this information from a specific person with specific results that we dream of ourselves. That's mostly the case. Or we want the extra support, the accountability, the community. We want to learn from a person who we really admire and look up to and vibe with, because again, they will likely have the results that we aspire to have for ourselves. And we also want to learn this information in a sequential order. Google is very overwhelming. I have tried Googling how to start a blog. I was presented with tons of different articles back in the day when I first started my business, and it was just too much. It was too much. Everyone said something completely different, and I just got overwhelmed and I didn't really take action right away. Until I found someone who I resonated with, who had the results that I wanted for myself. They had a course about blogging. I invested in that because I wanted to learn their strategies and I wanted to learn the information in the right order without feeling overwhelmed in a step-by-step kind of way. Every time I invest in my business, whether it is a software, tool, course, or even an audiobook, I reap the rewards like multiple times. Tenfold every single time, especially when I make huge investments. It's funny. It's not haha funny, but it's kind of funny that we don't really value free stuff. Not as much as we do when we have invested. Like, just think of all the freebies that you've downloaded. They're just sitting there in your folder on your computer. You've probably never opened them, probably never taken action on them. Some of them you might, but a lot of them, they just sit there. I have collected my fair share of freebies over the years, and I'm embarrassed to say that I have not taken action or implemented anything from any free thing that I've downloaded. Oopsie, because I wasn't invested. It was just this free thing. It wasn't as valuable to me. I don't know who said this, but I heard it on a podcast recently. And they were talking about the fact that the transformation is actually in the transaction. And I really, really agree with the statement because when we pay, we move. The energy of investing is magic, like I mentioned before. I can explain it. I don't have the science. You show up differently. You take action. You get results. It's magic. Are you making moves? Are you expanding? Are you investing in your dreams? I am not saying that you have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money. In this episode, I just want to share my personal experience with investing. And to me, it is pure magic, but also a necessity for me to experience major growth. To me, investing in myself and in my business is a non-negotiable. I'm always expanding, learning, up-leveling, moving my butt, so to speak. And if I'm not consistently growing and learning new things and investing in myself, how can I expect other people to invest in me, in my courses, in my mentorship, in my coaching programs? So I want to tell you a little story about when I first spent a lot of money in my business. It was the biggest investment that I've ever made. It was about $13,000. And I hired my first business coach in 2021. Hang on, we need to drink coffee. So I definitely hesitated, due to the price. I mean, $13,000? I don't have that kind of money. Turns out I did, though. It's funny how we spend money on things such as fancy dinners or outfits, hairdresser, but we don't necessarily prioritize ourselves and our business. Anyway, that is a different issue. Back to my story. I invested in her coaching program because I knew it was time. I knew I wanted to work with this person. Shout out to you, Erin May Henry, because she had the results that I wanted. She had a very successful business. And honestly, I don't think I would have gotten the results that I have had recently, making 10 to 20K months and growing my audience and just being able to quit my job and do this full time. Like, none of that would have happened had I not taken the plunge and invested in myself and in my business and in Erin. Because when you invest, you're going to be more motivated to show up. You're going to have more creative ideas because your brain will be looking for those ideas because you are motivated and ready to take action on your dreams. Now, from the motivation and the action taking that came from me spending all this money, I was able to make that money back in like 1.5 months. Like 1.5 months. That is insane. This happens every time I invest, and that's why I do it, for my own growth, my own expansion, and to be able to teach you guys new strategies and things I learn on the way. Another reason why I invest in my business is because it saves me a lot of time and stress. So only recently, I should have done this before, but I hired my first virtual assistant and a podcast manager who handles all of my guest interviews. I should have done this sooner, to be honest, but this saves me so much time and I get to be in my zone of genius. I get to focus on the things that I love, which is building a community and creating content and programs. And I don't have to do these like mundane tasks that I don't really like doing. And I wasn't scattered all over the place. I'm not saying that you have to go out there and hire someone, a VA or whatever it may be, but maybe there's a tool or a program that you can invest in to streamline your business, automate your business a little more, giving you some of your time back and wave goodbye to feeling stressed. Again, I want to reiterate this. I think it's important. I just want to share my own experience with investing in this episode and hopefully give you a few tips, but I want you to remember that you don't have to spend money. I don't want you to spend money that you don't have, because you think it will make you a lot of money back. That will be a silly move. You don't want to be spending money that you don't have. Spend money that you do have, okay? When it comes to investing, you want to do your research and ask yourself, do I need this? Will it save me time, save me stress, and move me closer to my goals? Move me closer to realizing that Pinterest vision board. Does it make sense for my business, for myself, and the dreams I have for it? If yes, and if you have the money to invest, then do it. Invest with all your heart. But you, of course, want to consider where you are at with your business currently and what you actually need at this point in time. Maybe you don't need all the bells and whistles right now. Maybe you don't need a webinar software because you're not doing webinars. Then definitely don't invest in webinars. But maybe you need clarity and you need to work through mindset blocks. Hire a coach, invest in mentorship. Maybe you're at the stage where you just want to set up your business, get the ball rolling so you can actually get started. Then invest in a website, a self-hosted website and an email marketing software to get you started with building your audience. You always want to consider your personal goals and dreams for your business and where you are at. What do you need? What do you need support with right now? What's going to help you get to that next level in business? What skill are you looking to adopt and to get awesome at? Maybe it's copywriting, maybe it's graphic design, maybe it's email marketing, maybe it's selling, creating a course, whatever it is. And also consider who you are as a person. Are you an intuitive buyer who goes all in, or do you prefer to take baby steps? I definitely don't want you to go all in on all of the things just because I did it that way. Really acknowledge who you are at your core and what you need. Maybe you don't need all the things right now. Maybe you just need the bare minimum to get started, and that's fine. Now, although I'm an intuitive buyer, I still do my research. I need to have an understanding of what this tool, this program, this coach will help me with. I didn't just invest because, if I invest all this money, then I'll make my money back. No, that's not why I do it. I made sure it was something that was going to move the needle forward and that it was worth it. Now, there's actually not a single investment that I regret. And although I may have invested in courses or even coaches previously that I'm like, this really wasn't my thing. You're really not my vibe after all. And that's fine. I've always learned something and taken something with me. It's always been worth it. The last thing that I want to talk about in this episode is investing in yourself, both internally and externally, because investing in your own personal growth is like the best investment you can ever make. It has the greatest ROI, as they say in fancy business terms. It really does. Whether this means working with a mindset coach, a business coach, or taking a new dance class, or stacking up on personal development books, spending money and time on yourself has the greatest return on investment. I'd probably say that this is way more important than investing in tools and programs and software. And it doesn't even have to be money related. It could be totally free. This could mean, you waking up 30 minutes earlier and having time for yourself, practicing some self-care. Because when you, as a business owner, are in the right headspace, when you feel good, creating content, selling, showing up, all of the business stuff becomes easier. And you'll be able to navigate through any bumpiness. And by bumpiness, I mean challenges, obstacles, mindset blocks that get in your way much easier. Because after all, you, my lovely friend, are the most important asset in your business. So you got to take care of yourself and also become the example of what you're trying to create. If you don't invest in yourself, how can you expect your clients to invest in you as a coach or enroll in your online programs? I know, but by you becoming an example, you're also proving to yourself and to others that investing is safe. And it works. One last thing that I want to say about investing and why I've done it over the years and continue to do so is by enrolling in programs and communities and memberships and coaching experiences, particularly. So not just, the tools and the softwares, but the community aspect of investing. You're also putting yourself in these amazing rooms with amazing people with like-minded dreams and goals and people you can connect with. And who knows what that might lead to? A new friendship, a collaboration. Most of my relationships that I have made online have come through me investing in a membership or a community or a mastermind or something like that. So, my friend, I hope this episode was helpful. I wanted to share my experience with investing, why I've invested so much in my business, and why I think it might be a good idea for you to invest in your dreams as well. So are you ready to invest? Are you ready to finally go all in on your dreams so you can move your cute little butt closer to the freedom lifestyle? Because this freedom lifestyle, it really does begin with you trusting yourself, believing in yourself, that you can do this. You have to believe in you and your ability to make your investment back. Okay? Cool? Now off you go. Have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta! Oh, it's magic. Dun-dun-dun. We are not going to be singing anymore on this show. I'm lying too. I'm totally going to burst out in song again. Probably next time.